Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are having a lovely morning or afternoon or evening whenever you are watching this video. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're subscribed and you're back again, it's good to have you again. But all in all, it's good to have you guys here today. So we're going to look at the things that you have to consider before you say, yeah, you're going to make that final move. First thing that you need to consider is securing a job. How are you going to survive there? Are you going to start a business? And if you start a business, do you have the money that you've put aside, that you've probably saved towards that business? How sure are you that business is going to succeed? Now, if you take a job, you have to bear in mind you may be having a good job that pays you well in the UK and you're sick of it, but the money that you're making in the UK will not probably be the same equivalent to how much you get in Ghana. So you have to bear that in mind. What you get paid here will not be the same as Ghana. The pay will be definitely lower, so you have to consider that. Another thing that you need to look at is sending your kids to school. If they're of that age where they need to go to school, like primary school, or that you have enough money, that will be enough to take them to school because they have to pay school fees and you have to pay termly. So if you have that kind of money to be paying termly for your kids to go to school, then do so. And also depending on how many kids you have as well. If you have 3, 4 kids, you gotta pay for each and every single one of them. It's not cheap. Living in Ghana is very expensive. So you have to make sure that you have a good job that can help you to provide all of these things. And also if you're gonna have a good business as well that can also financially sustain you whilst you're living out there. And when you're looking at your kids as well, you have to also consider how old they are and the stage they are in. So if they're at university and but you want to move your family, you need to consider them as well because they're at the final stage of their education. So at least if maybe you let them finish before you move, or you want them to do university in Ghana, I mean, it's all up to you and it all depends on what your child wants to do. But I think it would be wise to make sure your child finishes their university education in the UK where they wouldn't have to pay for it. And who knows, through that, they'll probably get a good job and they wouldn't even have to probably come with you. So you probably might have to make the move with them or without them, and they come and visit you during the summer and stuff. There's a whole lot to think about when you're moving to Ghana as a family. Moving to Ghana as a single person is difficult in itself. So imagine when you're a family, you have to think about all these things. And also, if you've bought your house in the UK, or yeah, so if you've bought your house in the UK, what are you going to be doing with it? Are you going to be renting it? The times you're gone, and when you want to come back, release the person. But then, how long are you going to be staying in the UK for? Because you're going to be coming to visit. So, would you rent out Airbnb? All of these things you have to take into consideration. It's not just get up and we're moving to Ghana and that's final. Yeah, we all want to do that, but you have to put a plan in place before you can do that. Now, driving is very important. In the UK, you can actually survive without having a car because the transport system is very effective and you can go from A to B smoothly. But in Ghana, it is better off you having a car because relying on the Uber, yeah, that's all I can say. Relying on the Uber or the public transport in Ghana. We have a lot of public transport in Ghana, but it's not as effective as where it is like in the UK. Say get a car, get yourself a car so it's easy for you to move around. And if you don't know how to drive, at least you can probably find someone that can be your driver to help you to go around and stuff like that. Getting things like that in Ghana is not difficult. And the last thing that I'll say you need to consider is the culture difference. Being in the UK is so fast paced. You're constantly moving, you're constantly on the go, and it's a cycle. But in Ghana, it's so calm, it's so relaxed. They are not pressured by time. They're very calm about things. So where you're coming from, where things need to be done, if we're saying we're meeting at 8 a.m., we're meeting at 8 a.m. But in Ghana, if you say 8 a.m., it's probably 10 a.m. So you need to really consider these things, and it's not like, how do I say it? Like I said, time is not on their hand. They're very calm. They're very relaxed. It's such a calm paced, system in Ghana. So you have to think about all of these things. And I hope I have helped you on things that you need to consider when moving to Ghana as a family, and maybe it will help you plan better. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in my next one. Stay blessed and God bless. Mwah.